Metal TALLÁN.
De Metal Talllán estamos el día de hoy, pues, entusiasmados porque vamos a conversar con nuestro amigo Sach de la banda Metrorrhagia. Okay, friends, we are so excited because I want to talk with our friend Sach from Metrorrhagia, and we are have a nice conversation. Hello, Sach. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. How about yourself?
Okay, and what's the meaning of the name of the band?
So, I should be more knowledgeable about this, but I believe it's some sort of vaginal bleeding disorder or something like that. And to be honest, when I came up with that name, looking back, I wish I would have named it something else. The name doesn't really mean much to me, but it is what it is, and the name's out there, so I can't really change it. So that would be what it means. Yes, sir.
When Metrorrhagia starts?
So I started it in 2016, I believe, early 2016. Uh, it really it was I really had no serious plans with it. I had been doing a lot of like gore noise stuff before that, and I just wanted to try to start a just more traditional gore grind band. And so, yeah, around mid to early 2016. Yes, sir.
I we know that Metrorrhagia is from Texas, okay?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, awesome.
Texas has a big scene, uh, especially in slam. I heard a lot of death metal
Hmm.
and several. Uh,
Hmm.
the the style of Metrorrhagia means like gore grind,
Hmm.
and there are a lot of gore grind bands there in Texas, in your city,
It, in some places, I'm in Austin, Texas, which is like right in the middle of
Austin.
Texas, and there really isn't a lot here. And it's a common misconception because people say that Austin, Texas, is the capital city of live music in the United States or whatever. I've heard that said. There are lots of festivals here, but
Lots of
with that
festivals. Okay.
but yes, but with that type of music, very little. Um, in other places like Dallas and Houston and some other places around there, you got bands like, like you said, exactly, slam stuff like Devourment. Lots of brutal death metal stuff is from around there. That's the big one I can think of. But in my town, not so much. Um, but I think I pretty much know all the people that make this kind of thing, and there are probably five of us, and all of us are kind of in intermingled with working with one another on certain things. But it's very small in my town. It's mainly like hardcore punk and like experimental music a little bit
Wow.
in my town, and then alternative rock and things like that. But yeah, but definitely in the surrounding, because Texas is huge, and
Yes.
definitely in the surrounding areas, there's quite a bit of similar type things.
Um, Texas has several terror stories. Um, and I saw some stories in the cinema, for example. Maybe the lyrics of Metro Raja uh, is taking a bit of the terror story from there, or maybe an assassin story. I don't know.
And I'm so sorry. You said the
If
territory?
you, if the
Or
lyrics of Metro Raja,
hmm.
do you think it is has a little influence of your local stories of terror or killings?
um not so much. Um because I know lots of crazy things happen here. People know about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all these type of things.
For example.
Um, but it's not that often. I mean, or at least in my town, it's very it's quite relaxed. There
Oh,
was some sort of serial killer here like a year or two ago, but I think lots of crazy things happen kind of near the border to Mexico. Some crazy things happen, and in these
yes.
very distant parts of Texas, very isolated. But But the influence, not so much. That a lot of influence mainly just comes from just a lot of old school, primarily European and some Mexican bands. But the themes are, sometimes abstract and gory, violent. But I wouldn't say the influence comes too much from where I live. If I lived more near the border, I bet I would gain some influence from that, though.
Did Metrorrhagia plays out of Texas?
So up to this point, we have not played a show yet, because I've been doing Metrorrhagia for 10 years on and off, uh, j- just myself on all the instruments, and so and the vocals. But early last no last summer, a uh, a friend and collaborator called from New York had asked us to called Syrup Head Recordings. He asked if we'd ever do it live, or I would ever do it live, and I was like, I don't know how we would do that. I would need to find friends or recruit some people to do it. So I have two friends that we do a lot of different things together, and I asked them if they'd be willing to. That we do a lot of different things together. And I asked them if they'd be willing to turn it into a live thing. So, long story short, we are playing a couple shows in Texas starting this month. And then in September, we fly to Europe. And none of us have ever been on any sort of tour before. So it'll be pretty cool and very special doing our first tour ever overseas. So in September, we'll be going, I'm playing about 2 weeks in Europe.
What did Metrorrhagia do in pandemia?
So I recorded quite a bit because I was off work. Work was closed, and I just had a lot of time, which actually, I'm not trying to make light of that kind of tragic situation, but I actually kept quite busy, and that's when I recorded the self-titled album, kind of the green cover, the most popular one. And I was just I had an apartment in my town, and nearby my parents live, and I don't make tons of money, And I had a very little apartment with very limited ways of recording. Like I could not record drums, right? So I decided to stay with my parents during the majority of the pandemic, where we have like a very small practice space and a computer and a way to record. So I recorded that album during that time, and yeah, I would that, and I recorded with many of my other solo projects, and just kept try to keep as busy as I can. Yes, sir.
Excellent. Um, um, in pandemic, uh, bands
Hmm.
started to use virtual communications, and
Hmm.
many of them participate in participated in virtual concerts.
Hmm.
Um, and and other bands uh, used to put their videos and a lot of drugs in your social media.
Hmm.
Um, uh, Young people now, this generation,
Hmm.
um, only knows the bands when they find them in their social media.
Hmm.
They don't consume CDs, tapes, or vinyls.
Hmm.
Only virtual music. Uh, what do you think about that? Metrorrhagia loves uh, that fans, or how do you want to make to uh, do that people knows the band, will knows the band.
Well, there are obviously very, quite a lot of negative aspects to social media and, Spotify and things like that. Um, However, I do have music on Spotify. I've uploaded some myself, and you do make a little bit of revenue from that. But I do see social media as a tool. It is very helpful for promotion, to get in contact with people all over the world, um, opportunities, bands, and a couple years ago, I removed all of my social media. I had nothing, and it was quite nice in a lot of ways. But having show opportunities with some of my other bands, because I'm usually with my bands, kind of the point of contact. Like people will get a hold of me, and then I'll tell my friends and see if we can figure something out. But I just relying on email alone was too hard to get opportunities to perform. And so, if I didn't have any sort of social media, or, of course, like the old school people didn't need that, but it was just a different time. Now that's kind of a expectation for you to be easily available, easy to get a hold of. And if I didn't have any social media, it would have been very hard to arrange this European thing. It'd be a very hard for Metrorrhagia to perform live, to get opportunities. But but yes, I agree. It seems as though physical media, um, purchases and things like that has definitely been affected by those. But I don't want to sound hypocritical, because I don't purchase very much physical media anymore. I collect movies mainly, but uh, there are still quite a few people that like to purchase physical media from me, and I greatly appreciate the support. And recently made like a big cartel website for purchases and things like that. And but whether the people listen to it or not, uh, I don't really care. I very much appreciate the support and the fact that they work hard and will spend some of their earned money on almost obsolete, pointless physical media when you have other things. So I appreciate all the support.
Okay, let me share my screen, please.
Mhm.
Oh, and we are going to having a virtual travel,
Okay.
watching the Metrorrhagia release
Uh-huh.
in Bandcamp. My friends, there are lots of tracks, 18, yes, 18. And the cover art was censored.
Mhm.
I, I Bandcamp doesn't. Bandcamp doesn't censoring, no?
Yeah, and it started quite a while ago, and I think in 2017 things started to really crack down. And it's funny because there are lots of like net labels that have uncensored art they get away with, but they got on to me, so you gotta censor it, unfortunately, which I understand, in a lot of ways, because some kids may see that stuff and they don't want to. So I don't blame them.
Well, my friends, there is the Instagram account of Metrorrhagia. Wow, a lot of pics. Excellent. The teacher. It's about your Euro tour.
Yes, sir. So we were thinking about having some merch available to support us on the travel. So those are currently in the works of being made, and when they're finished, we're going to ship all of them to Slovenia, where our tour representative, our friend Klopka, is going to hold on to them for us until we get there. Then we'll travel with them and have them at our shows.
Um, this year you are going to take this tour in European
Yes,
tour.
sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
It's going to be
what, what
set. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. Tell us, tell us.
Yeah, yes, sir. So we're still waiting on certain dates to be confirmed. And again, this is very obviously, underground. No tour bus, no fancy stuff. It's just basically by the kindness of others that we're um, being booked. So we're going to be getting there on September 1st in Germany. And then I can't remember the exact route right now, but I know I'm going to be missing some places because we're going all over. It's going to be Germany, France, Italy, several shows in the United
Yes.
Kingdom, uh, Czech
Brilliant.
Republic, Amsterdam. We're trying to play Switzerland,
Wow.
and some other place. There are several other places, but we're
Excellent.
almost trying to hit probably 60 to 70% of European countries, I think, which is
Yeah.
very, 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 very special to us.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Apart from this tour, what things are you going to do for this year?
So we're doing our first show. Um, I think on the 16th of this month. I think in our town, and then I think next month we're going. Just it's mainly other places in Texas, like Houston, Dallas, and then next year I believe we're going to Louisiana, which is real close by. Everything's very close. Um, and then there's talks of a U.S. tour sometime next year, but it's not confirmed yet. Many people reach out, but we're our first show is we're very nervous because in bands in the past that I've been in, uh we've kind of started from the ground up. Like we decided to make it a live thing, a certain band, we play a show, we see what people think, blah 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 blah. But this time there's 10 years of expectation for what a band will sound like. So that is a little nerve-wracking. Uh, and we just hope that the fans will enjoy it. And we've paid a lot of very special attention to making sure that the sound of a project that was never intended to be performed live um, sounds as close to the recordings as possible.
Okay, let me finish your sharing.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. You can see my image in back of me.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Suppose that in the end of your rehearsal, you receive a text message that say there only you have 5 minutes to go to a next banker,
Hmm.
and the question is, what or which three things are you going to take care to the banker?
Oh man. Well, I'm trying. Very good question. I'm trying to think of an interesting answer that's different than what you'd expect. But of course, loved ones, uh, family members. But if it's more of a objects or just things,
Yes, objects.
objects. That's a very good question. I would say, just to be kind of silly, I would bring my small analog tape recorder.
Yes, excellent. Good
Um,
choice. Your
Uh,
tape recorder.
my tape recorder, my multi effects pedal, and a
Ah,
microphone.
better.
Mainly because, in addition to gore grind and death metal and things like this, I'm a big fan of noise, harsh noise, and power electronic. So
I love that. I love that.
if I had those three elements, you could use all the fallout sounds and the sounds of a bomb going off and record that and make an album out of it.
Wow. Your last release.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. With nuclear explosions.
I try to get it released on Nuclear Blast Records if they're still around.
Oh, alive, alive.
Mhm.
Broadcasting.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, my friend Sach from Metrorrhagia. Your last words, please.
Well, thank you very much, Fernando, for having me. I greatly appreciate it. I very much like interviews, and I like that you kept it minimal. It's very good. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, just for everyone, thank you for the years of support. I hope to meet each and every one of you on some of our shows. And if you're looking for any sort of up to date merchandise, t-shirts, tapes, CDs, vinyls, whatever, I got my big cartel called Hogwash Records distro at bigcartel.com. And thank you, sir. Thank you again, Fernando, for having me. It's been an honor.
Thanks for your time, and don't forget that this program is going to expecting your news.
Mhm.
And please give us about you. What are you going? What are you doing for for the noise? Ising.
Okay. Yes, will do.
Okay, my friend. Goodbye. Thank you
All right.
again.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Metal Talllán!